Welcome, the 21st of October, the 107th show of Get Out of Rap TV. 107. I'm nothing if not persistent. So many of you have been attendees at most of those 107. So genuine thanks. And also thanks to my partners, Quetzal, Alvaria, who I've got two bits of news about them today. Better outsourcing. I love those guys in 3 sites now in the UK. And the amazing Gary Beatty was a guest on the most recent episode of the Get Out of Rap podcast. He's brilliant. Such a refreshing episode. So make sure you check that out. The forum, very pleased to do a session with team leaders at their virtual event. And they have their in-person conference coming up soon. And of course, my very first partner again, Sabio, Craig, Joe, Stu, all the guys and gals there. Bethany Metcalf, good morning. Great to see you again. Danny Wareham claps loudly. Danny, who is, we can say, best-selling author for Constellation, which I have here. Thoroughly recommended, a new way of looking at leadership, available everywhere. Make sure you get a copy. It's really good. Danny, as well as sending me a copy, has also given a copy for me to give away in the team leader community. So very, very generous of him, but an outstanding book. Now also, Scott is here. Scott Williams, good morning, my friend. How are you? So if your comments are not showing, I'm not ignoring you. Please refresh LinkedIn. That's the housekeeping over. Oh, Peter. Pete Dunn. My old mate. Love him. Absolutely love him. Good to see you, Peter, mate. Of Evaluagent. And I really enjoyed the Contact Center Summit last week. I thought it was really, really good. Very well put together. So well done, Vic and Nicola and all of the team there and all of the people that spoke. It was great. Uh, Danny, Fish's book Out of Waste. No, it was just that. I've got a little table down there. Harvey Tuck. Hello. Good to be here. Good to have you here, my friend. No, that's not a waste paper bin. The bin is behind this screen. So definitely not in the bin. God, why would I put that in the bin? Okay, we have got a lot to get on with. So let's start with, if you could, this is to get to know each other a little bit better. If you could only use one emoji for the rest of the year, what would it be? So if you could only use one emoji for the rest of the year, what would it be? Keep it clean. Well, yeah, I guess I don't want to get in trouble with LinkedIn. But if you could only use one emoji for the rest of the year, what would it be? Now, my one causes a bit of debate in the house, being in a house with late teenagers. Mine would be the thumbs up. I use it a lot, but apparently now for the youth, that is a little bit passive aggressive, which I'm not okay with. You can't change my meaning. Thumbs up has been with me all my life. It's like, yeah, great, thumbs up. I mean, it was bad enough when Trump started using it, but now, come on. Now then, Harvey's kicking us off. Harvey would be the cowboy, of course, the hat. Charlie Adams. Hello, Charlie. Good to see you. Charlie's joined a couple of our Eat Your Frog sessions, so which I love. Charlie's is the surprised face. Oh, Peter. Let's just say aubergine, shall we? It was always going to be you. Kerry Sudale. Hello, Kerry. Midfield dynamo. Defender midfield. Loving the football updates. You're going for the grimaced teeth emoji. That's also a favourite. I do have to say, Danny Wareham, that's a shock. Green heart you've gone for. I thought it was going to be B. Lewis from Wednesday Wisdom, the laughing face emoji, which is the most popular emoji in the world. And there is a website that you can go to that tracks the emojis being used in real time and will share with you the most popular emojis across the world. Pete. Face palm. That's another good one. Again, it's one of my frequently used, which tells you something about the mistakes I make. Danny, there it is, the B. Aman Dip is here. Good morning. Good to see you. Darren Crook as well. Good morning. Darren's gone for the what emoji? What would you call that one? Shrug. That's it. The shrug. Good morning to you, my friend. Good morning. So we've got some crackers here. I think Pete has to win with your first one. Not that it's a competition, but what a unexpected segue. I do have a competition for you. I deleted the green heart and posted B. LinkedIn is still showing my rookie mistake. Oh, well, there you go. It means I know you well, because so B would have been the one, which isn't a surprise. One of Danny's, I was going to say catchphrase, but it's actually your company, isn't it? Happy bees make better honey. Happier honey. I don't know. Okay, so I've mangled now my segue, which was unexpected, but the full of love emoji is Aman Dips one. Again, another one of my frequently used. What a lovely group of people we are. Talking of competitions, in time for the expo, I have some new merch where I've combined both the logos, both parts of my world, the team leader community, and of course, Get Out of Rap. I am going to be giving you the opportunity to win one of these. To enter this competition, I'm making you work today, I'm afraid. All you have to do is type hoodie in the comments, and I will do a draw, and then you can choose your size and your color. As you can see, there are 6 different colors. If anyone's ever had one of these hoodies before, you will know actually they're really good quality. Really, really good quality, and I'm happy to provide the person that I use for these. Great company, great people. But if you would like to win one of these hoodies, it's that time of year, isn't it? All you have to do is type hoodie in the comments, and then I will go through the comments and we will do a draw. Nathan on the emoji, depends who I am talking to. Is this for professional contacts? Looking at some of the ones that have already been shared, probably not. Just your most frequently used, Nathan. Nathan's also joined a couple of our frog sessions, or quite a few of them, and is such a busy man, always out there spreading the word and doing leadership training and all sorts. Top man. But whatever you want, Nathan, you can do one of each if you want. So, Aman Dip, Pete, hoodie in the comments. Lewis is in. Charlie is in. Keep these coming. I will, if you're watching this recorded as well, I will leave it till the end of today. So you do, today being Tuesday. Nathan is in with hoodie as well. And I will be doing some ones with zips. I do prefer a hoodie with a zip. But for the moment, these are just your winter wear hoodies with both logos. I was just being a bit lazy, but I quite like how they've come out. If you would like one, or you'd like to be in the draw for one, just write hoodie in the comments and you will be entered. Kerry's in there. Good. Kerry's in there. Now then, let's move on where I can pick your brains and we can collectively talk about something, a hot topic, if you like. And that is my question for you all today is personalization overrated in customer service? Um, Nathan's just getting us up to date. The bicep curl for professional use. Again, that's another favorite. The middle finger, less so. Excellent. Danny says hoodie, extra medium. Extra medium for me. So, is personalization overrated in customer service? I imagine today you will see some content written about personalization in customer service. With all of your cumulative experience and knowledge, is this something that you see people doing? If they're doing it, are they doing it well, and how? But is it overrated in customer service? Danny's kicking us off with a F hashtag CK yes. He engaged caps lock for that one with an exclamation point at the end. So I'm not sure where you stand on that question, Danny. Catherine Elias. Um, it is great to see you, and you are in the hoodie drawer. Yes, you are. And I'm loving your work, Catherine. You're doing some great stuff, by the way. So Danny is kicking us off, and he's shared his view on is personalization overrated in customer service. Kerry says depends how personalized. Sometimes it borders on creepy. Oh, Morris. Hello, Morris. How you doing? Depends on what you mean by personalization. Okay, good question. I was reading something the other day that said we should be making better use of the amount of data that we have, and that we should be personalizing both offers but also inbound contacts, and we should be drawing data together, and people should be receiving slightly different journeys based on what we already know about the customers. I hope that adds a little bit more, but the question is a good question. Charlie says misunderstood and misused, leading to it being overrated. Martin, can we add to that question, says Amandip, as to what personalization means to everyone? Great point. So, Morris, I'll throw that back at you and to everyone else. What does it mean to you? Thank you, Amandip. Very good. Nathan Dring says, yes, it is massively overused. I want it to be specific and efficient, but I'm not trying to make a new friend. Why not? But I do agree. Danny says most personalization approaches are utilizing templates, which then have individual info added. We often see mistakes where the field isn't complete, which just damages the relationship further and makes the recipient, in brackets me, feel more like a resource than if it had been a standard communication. Jordan, good morning, everyone. Now then, please do pass on your congratulations to Jordan, who had a baby. Him and his lovely wife had a baby the other day, which was awesome. Pete Dunn, yes, unless you're trying to sell your services as a company that provides the service tech, and then it's the holy grail. And that was kind of one of the prompts for the question, Peter, was this seems to be something that we're constantly told we should aspire to achieve, which is personalization. And Lewis, I'm sure you said that earlier. Good morning. Good morning to you, my friend. I think the comments probably just coming out in a weird way. Danny says, my mobile provider, has had my birthday for over 30 years. Not once have they used this information to say happy birthday on a text, let alone anything else. However, I once entered a competition for my partner for a coffee machine, and they're quite happy to spam me with messages, apparently believing that I'm trying to start a collection of coffee machines. If they'd have said, happy birthday, Danny. Here is a huge discount off a coffee machine, then happy days, I guess. But I wonder as well whether are we overcomplicating. We know, don't we, that customers want an efficient, quick service. They more often than not, dependent on the context, okay with voice, happy for it to be a human. Um, are we creating another hurdle for ourselves in delivering great customer service? Rob Wilkinson had a lovely chat with Rob yesterday. Not just overrated, 100% overused and poorly used, undermining the whole concept of personalization. Yes, yes, Rob. So it seems that you guys are roundabout all the similar area, that it's not something that you've seen done well. Let's put it that way. Darren says, I think there's a line. You need to be human and communicate in a relevant and friendly way, but agree we're not trying to be your friend. Yes, because that can come across as insincere, can't it? I guess it is insincere. Um, we're not doing the work we do, as Nathan said, to make friends. We're we're there to make sure the service or product or whatever it is that we're engaging with customers about is delivered properly. Excuse me. It's sugar free. It used to be good, in quotation mark, service to simply do what you said you'd do. Now it feels that doing what you said you'd do is great service. And this is my point. Are we are we being led by people that are writing content, people that the as I mentioned, this kind of aspirational level of service uh, is very, very difficult to deliver. It might not be the right thing to do. And is it taking us away, to your point, Danny, from what good service actually is? Keep it simple, stupid. Let's deliver the service. Let's keep customers happy that way. Let's get to their calls quickly. Let's deal with first call resolution. And I'm sure we'd start seeing customer satisfaction results go up and up and up. Pete Dunn. A quick Google gives me an article from Forbes about personalization. Another gives me one about effortlessness. Both are apparently a game changer and key to experiences, etc., etc. Um, Morris, you used to talk. Oh, you still do talk about. Was it customer frustration? I think that's a good one as well, but more relevant, I think. Lewis Murphy, I do think businesses try too hard to personalize contact. Sometimes you just need to use the person's name and acknowledge what product service they have. You don't need to know what I ate at the weekend. No, but that might be a question for getting to know each other a bit better on the next show. I think you're spot on there, Lewis. I think the other thing is it's also helpful to know where the customer is in the journey and the history of their contact with the company. So we none of us, and we know customers don't like this, having to repeat yourself, having to, especially if it's a tricky situation, having to regurgitate the entire situation over and over again, where that data is captured somewhere. It's just not being brought together for the um, customer facing team member to be able to talk to the customer and amend what they're actually going to do. What is the right outcome based on all the data we have about our customers. So again, I always learn something from you guys. Please do keep these coming. We can carry on this debate, but I do just want to point you to something that is happening on Thursday at 2 o'clock, and that is I'm hosting a webinar with Alvaria and Call Miner about mastering the future of proactive customer engagement. Too many businesses. Who, me? I need more. Not for worldwide domination, just for some financial stability would be nice. But I'm really looking forward to this. It's going to be with Bruce Scold from Alvaria and Mark Lockyer from Coal Miner. It should be a cracker. Um, if you want to go to the webinar, type webinar in the comments and I'll send you the link. It's free to attend. It should be really, really good. And I hope to see you there. Let's just go back to this. How much personalization is done for the benefit of the customer, though? I get all kinds of Tesco Club Card offers, apparently linked to my shopping habits, but it feels like they're trying to clear overstock. That is a really good area to think about, Nathan. Probably because it's closer, but I use Asda. I really like their version of Club Card that it basically just gives you money off at some point. You turn those points into money that comes off a bill in the future. Tesco's I find confusing. Again, there's too many offers. For me, it's better to be simple. I don't want to have to um, sit down with a spreadsheet and figure out what I'm going to be doing. Morris says, in the early days, we defined layer one personalization as having a 360-degree view of the relationship available at the point of contact. Now that I really like. Rob says, too many businesses don't get the basics right. Know why customers are contacting them and be proactive with the experience they provide. Over personalizing an already weak experience doesn't make it better, it makes it worse. What a great comment, Rob. Love it. Jordan, please send the link across. Thank you. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. I might share it in the community if you're gonna. I'll send you a message in the team leader community. Yes, but so as a reminder, Thursday, come and join us where we are talking about proactive customer engagement. Oh, Dan is here. Dan from Nespresso, who please do connect with Dan and look at his story. He's just a great guy to know. Briefly popping in to say hello. Hello, mate. Kerry, my friend told me she was a top 3 purchaser of flour for Sainsbury's in swaddling coat. Who gives a poo emoji? Yes, I dread to think if Asda did the same thing to show what I was a top purchaser of. I think for my local Sainsbury's, actually, they stopped selling a sweet I liked, and I'm pretty sure it's because they just ran out because I bought too many. Licorice torpedoes, by the way. Oh, Spencer. Spencer, I do need to send you a message about when we can get together. Sorry about that, my friend. My inbox, phone, and everything's a bit of a skip fire. Personalization can delight, but unchecked bias can embed inequity, erode trust, and marginalize customers. True impact comes from combining precision with fairness and transparency. That is very, very good, Spencer. Very, very good. Please do check out Spencer's LinkedIn profile. If you haven't already, please do connect with him. Now then, we are heading towards that time, aren't we, of the expo. I hope to see you all there. I will be doing quite a bit of work there. I do hope you can get to this, though. This is what I'm doing. Day one on Wednesday, the 19th of November, in the Keynote Theatre. I will be talking about the holy grail of CX and building a seriously good team. So, are you going to the expo? I hope so. It'd be nice to see you all there. Nathan Dring says Kerry Soodale, swad. No emoji covers that. Very, very true. Are you going to the expo? If so, Nathan Kerry replies, Nathan Dring, lovely town. Any different opinions and we will fall out. I feel the same way about Didcot. Um, Late to the party. Please let me know who you are. It's only come through at my end, as you can see on the screen, as LinkedIn user. Fashionably late, let's say. Um, so I'm assuming, but you should never assume, should you? Are you going to the expo the 19th and 20th of November? So less than a month away. Charlie's going to be there. Great. Charlie Adams, I'll see you there. Um, I'm hoping we will all be there. Oh, and by the way, at the end of day one, the expo are organizing a social. So when you book your ticket, look out for the option to go to like the after party. Uh, I shall be there. Not speaking this year though. Must be losing my touch. You're joking, aren't you? I think I think this shows that you are not, and I imagine you're going to be speaking everywhere about this. The great book, Constellation, by Danny Wareham, in the comments right now. We are honored. Rob Wilkinson, I'll be poking my head in the expo door. Come in. The water's lovely. Spencer, I'm there. Are you planning on filling up your trolley with Haribo sweets and giving away hoodies like last time? I won't be giving any away. I've learned my lesson on that one. But probably, and the trolley, for those of you that don't know, 2 years ago was a trolley. Last year was one of those bellboy things. I've forgotten what they're called. Lazy boys? No, what are they called? Um, it's basically anything I find in the car park to help me carry my stuff up to the main floor. Um, so yes, whatever I find down there, it could be a trolley, it could be one of those bellboy things, could be a wheelbarrow. Uh, I'd probably bring sweets, but I'm not giving away hoodies. That just was silly. Darren Crook, I'll be there. Brilliant. Kerry, I'll be at the expo and I'm booked on the after party too. Awesome. Peter will be there. Pete Dan, Nathan Dring will be there. I am there. Got a stand simply called Training Doesn't Work. And you have to go and see Nathan to find out why. And Peter's speaking on day 2. Please go and check that out. I requested the after party, but haven't received anything yet. Chased yesterday, so fingers crossed. If you struggle, Rob, please let me know. Dumb waiter. Well, yeah, let's go with that. Danny Wareham, I agree, which is so sad. Yeah, a bit of an oversight, and I'm part of that team as well. So sorry, Danny. I assumed I had my lane to do, but I assumed, which again you should never do, that you would be in there. You can join me on stage if you want. I think Jordan said, "Is the T Rex making another appearance this year?" I used it the other day in a contact center, SSCL in Newport. It was a request. Can I bring the T Rex suit? And I did, and I got in it, and I wandered around their contact center. There were genuinely people on calls looking, going, "Why is there a big inflatable T Rex in here?" There was no reason. It was just some fun. Peter, it'll be about QA. Surprise, surprise. Another great point from Morris on personalization. Rob Wilkinson, he's been called worse, a dumb waiter. Are you planning to do the paper, scissors, and rock challenge with your audience? Again, one of my favorites. In all honesty, Spencer, I have no idea at the moment. So wait and see. It'll be a surprise to me as much as you. Right then, let me just point to something that is coming up on Friday. Lewis Parkin of Alvaria. It was very, very refreshing, but also made me feel very, very old. Lewis is 20, and I've worked with him most of this year. and he's an absolute superstar. So I cajoled him onto the podcast, and that is out on Friday. It was really interesting to talk to someone about what we can do more of and less of and continue doing to try and attract young talent like Lewis into our industry. Fascinating podcast. Um, okay, I have another giveaway for you. I have done a ebook based on the 2.5 year longer now. The team leader community has been going for more than 2.5 years. I have written an ebook, and again, I'm asking you to do quite a bit here today. If you want the ebook, just type ebook in the comments and I will email it to you. Again, for those of you watching the recording, I'll keep this going. If you would like this ebook, um, drop ebook in the comments and I'll email it to you. It's just a summary of uh, the takeaways, if you like, of not just the community, but some of my experiences and thoughts on understanding team leaders to discover what they really think and what they need from you. Now, we couldn't do this show without a VT. So, Danny, get ready. This one's for you. And Charlie, thank you very much. I will email you the ebook, but it's time for the read along. Maybe Danny, we could do. I don't know if you know someone that's written a great book on leadership. We are currently using the Contact Babel, the brilliant Steve Morell, who's also going to be at the expo. Their UK decision contact center decision makers guide for 2024, 2025. We are currently at why customers move from web self-service to live telephony. And you can see there, you're looking for red and salmon. Against these statements, the decision makers in the 400 odd contact centers that responded strongly agreed in red and agreed in salmon. The main reason why customers move from self-service to live telephony is complex issues requiring a live agent, followed by customers wanted the reassurance of talking to someone. So we could call that trust. Then next was the information functionality required was not available on the website. I think they've put these next to the wrong way around, but customers need to be taken through phone security. And the final one was the information functionality was available, but the customer could not find it, which is interesting. Ah, Alan is here. Jamie, you are anonymous. Awesome. For all of you that typing ebook, I will get these out to you later today. Easy read ebook, says Spencer. I like that. Alan Donaghy from Clubhouse Golf. Good to see you. So Danny's book Constellation, there's a readable one here on Amazon, and it is free on Kindle Unlimited too. If, like me, you like a paper version, go out and buy it. It's nice to find a leadership book that's genuinely comes up with a new concept, thoroughly interesting, positively disturbing in a good way. Okay, what do we think of this? No surprises here. Customers go off self-serve to a live agent because it's a complex issue, because they want the reassurance of talking to someone. And let's be honest, that is not going to change, is it? Any comments on that, drop them in. But if not, I'm going to move on to... Yes, Kerry, I will send that to you, no problem. We're now going to move on to something that was talked about in probably, I first heard it at the expo. It was going to be the next big thing, and that was the use of video agents. Now, you can see that Contact Babel, they categorize contact centers based on the number of seats as small, medium, or large. And you can see here, there is no interest in setting up video agents. On average, only 8% of the contact centers surveyed use video agents. They use them. Uh, there is a smaller group that are looking into plans to implement them, but from small, medium, and large, the average 80% do not want to use video agents. Morris, I think Steve asked the wrong question here. Be interesting to see that split by industry. Now, Morris and Darren, are you referring to the self-service one or the video agents one? I think self-service, right? Spencer, please forgive me, but I'm struggling to understand why there aren't any vulnerabilities in the chart. Vulnerable customers often move from self-service to live calls because digital channels lack empathy and flexibility. Live agents provide understanding, reassurance, and nuanced support that automated systems can't replicate. Yeah, completely agree. As to why that's not shown in the chart, I don't know. But I know Steve's very approachable, very friendly. Drop him an email, Spencer. I can introduce you if you haven't yet been introduced. And maybe you could work with him on making sure that vulnerability is a key part of everything that is shown. Danny says we like both autonomy and certainty. We're more comfortable with speaking to someone rather than something, as we are more likely to be able to hold that person to account in some way. It gives us safety. We heard a good story from Guinness Partnership, didn't we? Who are doing it? Makes sense for the repairs, etc., based on the results. And I think that's the video agents. Yes. Now that kind of repair-based stuff. I've actually utilized that for plumbing. We had a problem with the washing machine, used the video function to deal with it. In fact, Nespresso, now I'm not sure if Danny is still on with us, Dan Cohen, but I've used it twice with Nespresso to good effect, actually. Albeit I didn't see the agent, I didn't need to, but they could see through my phone the machine that I was talking to them about. In that sense, is that a video agent? I guess maybe it is. So yes, there are some good uses, but it certainly is not the next big thing, is it? I do think it's something that we should utilize. Yes, self-service v blended service. There's always a need for a smooth transition to human contact. Yes, video agents. Yeah, great, Kerry. Thank you for sharing that. Darren Crook says some of the tech is good. We use it in small scale for some tech resolutions. Oh, nice. But customers are not a particular fan of it from our experience. Now, that's great to hear an actual live example. Thank you, Darren, for sharing. Wow. Where has the time gone? Now, if you remember, I'm saying ebook if you want the ebook. I am saying hoodie if you want to be entered into the draw. And if you want the link for the webinar that I'm hosting on Thursday, just put webinar link. Wow, we have rattled through this today. I'll say the 107th is definitely in the top 107 I've done. But you guys have been awesome. Thank you so much for your engagement today. I won't wait as long before the next one. That will be coming very, very soon. We'll do the draw for the hoodie, and I need to do it soon before we approach. Let's be honest. I don't know about you, I get some both excitement and anxiety about these next 2 months in our industry. Crazy, crazy times coming in November, and the start of December. But once again, it's been lovely to spend 40 minutes with you all. You're all lovely people, and I appreciate you. Alan, yes, you got in there for hoodie. An ebook, of course, my friend. Um, Thank you all very much. Have a lovely rest of the day. And I will see you soon on Hoodie Link ebook, The Holy Trinity. Yes, Jamie. Okay. Thank you, my friend. Let me just catch this one up quickly. Spencer, yesterday's outage showed exactly when vulnerable customers need live support most and they couldn't get through. How will we ensure they aren't left stranded next time? Maybe that is a question for next week's show. You know, our dependency, and especially vulnerable customers' dependency on the type of services that, when they are down, they are really down. What do we do? What is our disaster recovery in that sense? So, great question. But anyway, Neris, oh, you snuck in right at the end. It's good to see you. Oh, yes. Goodbye, everyone. Have a lovely day and see you soon, either in person or on the next one of these. Bye, everyone.